There we go. There we go. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Okay. So we got sign in. Sign in. It's already on. Signed in, bro. What's going on? Let's go into the Gmail and load up all the Let Me DNB posts. There's only like 6 of them, but it's all good, cause I got some more in my little thing. We got the drum pusher, that drum pusher. I got some things there. We got that Electron dude. I like Electron C's sound. Dude, actually kind of matches his vibe as a person, as an online personality. We got Soul Junk out there. We got Lee UHF and Dunk. Dude, give me access, bro. Request access. Come on, Lee. What happened, Lee? We got Noxzilla. He got bumping. I got thumping. We should do that shit up, son. All right, so we got, that's good. Now let's go to Social Stream Ninja. Let me sign in again. Nox still on. Oh, come on. The chat's not going to work. Are you kidding me right now? Why? I can't win. I can't win, bro. Trigger a fake test. Okay. Lucy. Trigger a fake test. Got that. Video Ninja. I don't know if anybody's on, but if you could send me a little docs, a little chat skis. Check. Oh, it works. I don't know what's going on. That's bizarre. Okay, well, that's that. Leave that up. Leave this up. I thought I had this set to always on top. Yeah. Always on. Oh. I got some stuff in my notes today, too. Ooh, boy. We got some things we're gonna talk about. If there's anyone on, and if not, it's okay. Excuse me. But I didn't do my research on some of these topics, so that's that. Sucks that I can't hear myself. I guess what I can do is eventually I can get a second mic. I can load all this shit up. Got a bunch of couple promos I want to play, and couple new tunes. Cancel. Shut up. I'm gonna go to Instagram because Alex sent me a tune. Go to the IGE. Oh yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. Alex, did you send me that track? I don't even know where you sent that track, bro. Oh, here goes. I got you, homie. I got you, homie. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna loop somebody else's tune. This is I was using this as a reference. So I'm just gonna loop that up here. Quantum, what's up, bro? There he goes, Hurt Bandito. What's good, bro? You better get to sleep early tonight, bro. You've been staying up late. And that is not good for the mind. Not good for the soul. Good for the asshole, because you can take a shot whenever you want. Dude, I'm winding it up now. This is playing in the background as Ziggy SC's Insomnia, and I pitched it down just because I was trying to use it as an A-B, but it's not going to work. Tis what it is. Oh, my headphones aren't even on. So I can hear the sound. That's blasting. True. That's speakers. Yo, this is your boy Super Daddy Diode. Where you at by the Mayo? What time is it? 9:06? Holy shit, I'm fucking late. Elijah Divine just hit me up. I'll probably open up that track tonight and see if I can make it sound okay. I was trying to mix it down and freaking and what the hell's it called, but it didn't work. All right, so this all works. I can close this out. Oh, here we go with the flow. I'm a dizzy danger diode. Maybe a plus on this. I can kind of see what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna have to fix my camera in a bit because it's a little messed up. But it's all good in the hood. Yeah, buddy. Oh! Yo, this is your boy, Super Daddy, moving along. The camera's moving with me. I look like that bird who's trying to like dance to the girl. Like, yo, I'm gonna get that poo nanny, and you ain't gonna stop me. No, no, no. I'm gonna get up in the hole. Oh God, I'm so retarded, kid. I'm so retarded. Wicked stupid. Wicked stupid. Yo, it is that time. This is my monitor. Because I don't have enough space here. I gotta figure out my layout and my camera and like all that stuff. But yeah, this is that time for that thing I like to call Let Me DNB. So cool that I can't even hear it. Oh, the audio still That's crazy. That is so crazy. I'm just gonna mute that just in case. You shouldn't hear anything else, right? Is it just my beautiful angelic voice? Is it? I can't tell. Yo, what up? There he goes. We got Quantum out there. We have a Protoss out there. We got Butthurt Bandito out there. You know how it is. It's that thing we call Let Me DNB. And this is your boy, Super Daddy Diode. And I'm here. It is Wednesday night, September. What am I? I'm so fucking retarded, yo. I'm wicked retarded, kid. September, February 25th. And this is brought to you in part by Black Box. Do a little wine in the box here. A little boxed wine here for the evening. This is my third cup. Thing about wine that I find interesting is that your mouth turns black after a bit. Look at these white teeth. It's so beautiful. And after a little bit, you'll see like purple by the end of the show. I'll be slurring my speech. Maybe I'll be crying because I'm so fucking depressed. Yeah, man. It's been one hell of a week. Last little bit here. Really taking control of me, my actions, my surroundings, my environment, getting back to brass tacks, you know, because everything else really, if it ain't in line with what you're doing, with your life goals and all that kind of stuff, it's not for you. That's my tip of the day. But it's not for you. So in that, we are going to enjoy and partake in some vino. I hope everybody's good. Everybody's, oh, we got a day off here. I slept all day. I hope you took advantage and worked on some beats, Protoss. When you got a day off, let me talk to you, buddy. When you got yourself a day off, you take a moment, huh? You get in the studio, you work on some drums, you work on some bass, and you make something nasty. That is gospel, kid. Fucking gospel. So I had Monday off because of the snow. So my company decided to close all of the locations up in the Northeast and a bunch of locations on the East, so like lower beyond the North on the East, below the North and the East. And so I was home. You know, I was home. I didn't have my daughter because I had planned to come in Monday morning to help shovel and all that. And I was just home, and I took advantage of that day, bro. And I've been, yeah, sound design does count. However, so he says it big here. Sound design right there. Does that count? 110%, it does count. However, I find that like sometimes when I'm doing sound design sessions, I got to turn into a track because you can't really get the gist unless you're doing synths, pads, and that kind of stuff, but you can't get the gist of how the bass line is going to sound without the crucial element in what we call drum and bass or sabin-murd, because I got this backwards because I don't like how my face looks in the opposite direction. But yeah, I took advantage of that day, worked on some beats, got some stuff done, and also worked on my Patreon. So you can check my Patreon out, patreon.com/AlexDiode. I've got the $1 tier, the $4 tier, and a $12 tier. Well, I'm just gonna put out presets. If anybody joins up, man, I'd appreciate it if you guys share that. But if anybody joins, it's really just for that, you know. $4 for a preset pack, you know, 10, 12, 20 synths or patches. Usually it's going to be in Serum mainly. But yeah, and then maybe eventually get to samples and do all that kind of stuff. But I digress. That's there. Monday was a really good day for production and for some DJing as well, because this Sunday night I'll be on the field trip with Mr. Isley's playground. So catch Mr. Isley at I think it's Mr. Isley if you look him up on Twitch. And every Sunday night, I believe it's every Sunday night. I'm not good with facts. Every Sunday night he does a show on Twitch with gets local DJs to come through and play, and he also plays as well. I've been on there, and then now I'm going to do a live event at Zuzu Monday night. Starts at 9 o'clock. I'll be blessed to be having Synesthesia there, who's a neurofunk DJ, and then Skullduck, who's a liquid DJ. No, he plays it all, but he partakes more into jump up now and more dance floor related stuff. But that night he'll be playing some neurofunk, so he says. So it'll be a few hours of neurofunk. It's gonna be good. Bad Syntax, what's up, bro? Cheers, man. But yeah, sound design is crucial. Take advantage of your time, work on your stuff, and then when you get your track done, make sure you mix it with other tracks. That's fucking key. You can use reference AB in the monitors and in the headphones on your DAW, but playing it is really where it's at. So you know you got the flow of the kind of tracks that it wants to, because it's kind of hard, man. I'm not a DJ per se. Crate diggers and all that kind of stuff, like those days for me have been gone. I just like to play tunes, and I like to play my tunes with tunes that I really like. But yeah, when you're a producer, you know, you really gotta like see if your track's gonna work well. So a little sidebar thing here. I was talking to I sent the track to Jade from eBrain, and I met him at Let It Roll in Puerto Rico, and we got to chat about the track and about just production. It was very quick, but it was very good to do that. So I sent him the track a while ago, and all in all, he said, "Not for me, bro." I was like, "Oh God, no, my career's over." Nah, it was cool because really what I wanted, I didn't expect it to go anywhere. I really just wanted some feedback, and it's hard for these guys to give you feedback. They don't have the time, and they got their niche groups that they're hanging out with, and they're traveling and they're doing all that stuff. So I get it. It's hard, but I did get to talk to him, and he said, "Well, I played it live, and with my set, it just didn't work." And what that means is that, you know, he's playing like an eBrain set, right? So it just didn't work with the label and that sound. It's not that to me, it's not a bad track. Does it lack a little bit of power? Yeah. So the mix down has to have a little bit more oomph, but and I'll work on that stuff. But the arrangement's good. The ideas are great. I think it's just like the mix down and the idea of the kind of track. It's like a jump up-ish neuro track, and it's really doesn't have a lane at this point, so it's going to be hard to mix into whatever. Though Knox was able to mix it into a couple of his songs and I mean a couple of his sets, but it was tough. Yo, Korax, what's up, bro? Yeah, he's tough, but all I really want is like some feedback. You should do this. You should do that. Give me, like, hey, the target's over here. Boom. Yeah. Does it mix, dude? Otas is on fire. Oh shit, that's a cool test. Does it mix with label tunes? Dude, 1,000%. If you want to get an overview and you're fucking making pots and pans smashers like Noismith, bro, it's not gonna work. You're gonna play that with the set. It's not gonna mix. You know what I'm saying? And then, but then with that said, if you're within that genre, like for example, if you're E-Brain, right? E-Brain's the upper echelon, top of the tier. If you're playing a set, right? And it's all E-Brain set, and then you throw a track in and it sounds like, say, a Neuropunk or Handsome kind of release. It's not the same release. Though it is Neurofunk, it's a different style. And it's really about that timing, about the quality, because Handsome puts out fucking nasty music, man. Stonks, I think, puts out really good music as well. But then with that, when these labels are curating their sound, it's their sound for a particular reason, because that person, Abducted, knows, Bad Syntax knows that, you know, when you're curating your sound, it's really like, it's almost niche-y, you know, where For Reals is picking tracks and working with Bad Syntax, and they're trying to pick the right sound for Abducted. They want heat, they want good quality, they want that sound. But if you listen to a bunch of Abducted recordings releases, you can do a really good mix with those, and it will sound good. So, you know, yeah, that's a huge test. If you want to get on a particular label, it could be Blackout, it could be what's that one that Weeble Wobble's on? It could be Souped Up, it can be Overview, Critical, you know, Shogun Audio, whatever it is. You might make that similar genre of sound. Just play it with those tracks to see if it mixes. If it doesn't mix, then maybe you've got to tailor some of your nuances, some of your arrangements, some of your sequences, like your bass line, or even your drums might be off. Like I was working on some minimal stuff before, and I was just like, my basses sounded cool, but my drums were completely off compared to some of the guys on Critical, you know, Casper and like all that stuff. Yeah, that's the Weeble Wobble track on. I forget the name of the label that's on. Schemer, however, did you guys hear the new release that's coming out on E-Brain? Reptile, I think it is, or Snakes. I don't even know, but it's good. It's good. I can play a quick clip of it now if you want. Yeah, Scream More. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. The Jungle. We can play that. Yeah, if you want. That's fucking dope. So, it's 9:21. I'm gonna show you a whip. I just want to hear something quick in the headphones. And we can just go into whips. And really, that's really all I want to do tonight. I got a lot going on in my mind, my body, and my soul. You know, but on the real deal, Holyfield, it's all for good. You know, it's all for good. What? All right, so let's hop into I got this new setup here, and I'm not really sold on it all that much. Hi, my name's Super Daddy Diode. Yeah, so this is what I got going on so far for today. I'm working on this track with the homie out of England. And I kind of changed the drop a bit. I'm gonna talk to him about it, make sure he's cool with it. Because the original drop I created was just not popping through as well as it was. Yeah, the head tracking thing. But you know what? You know what it is? It's like, it's just not. If I go like that. Boop. And I just move it over. I'm gonna have to do like a little fade here. Yeah, I think. There you go. Dude, I'm fucking retarded. Yeah, does that work? It's like, it's weird because once I look off to the side, because it's tracking my eyes to nose, to my schnozzage here, to my massive schnozzage, it's tracking that. So like, if I've got that there and I move it over, it looks okay. But then when I look off to the side, it puts me off to the side a bit. All right, so this is what I got going on so far. He sent back the stems. Didn't really change much as far as what I sent him. I mean, he did it first, then it was my turn, then it was his turn. He added a couple things. Now it's my turn to get it back and kind of finish the arrangement and all that. But I wasn't feeling the bass sound because not only am I trying to fix the arrangement on it, I'm trying to make sure that it sounds good as well, because that's really what it's about. If it sounds like shit, who cares? But so don't really judge me too much on this build, but as far as the mixdown goes, but here we go. If my Keychron wants to connect. Yes, it does. Yes, it does want to connect. Let me big myself up real quick because and you guys can let me know if I'm thinking out of if I think I'm too cool than I actually am. But I'm just gonna play it loud in my headphones. Dude, it's so funny because some of us may make really mean music, but we're goofballs. Korax makes moody. Some of the tracks are moody, you know, like they're like emo almost, but he's a goofball, dude. Spiralist. That's the one that I forgot, bro. I was trying to find the track that you sent me. Did you send it to me on because it's fucking dope and we're about to hear it. Was that on Facebook? Oh man, it's like the worst to here we go. That in. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You know what, dude? What's up, MC Tell? My birthday twins out there. Where you at, bro? You got any freaking vocals or anything? Speaking of Brap, where's Johnny Brap? What's happening? Blast us whore. All right, so let's hear this one's called A Painter's Cove. I'm gonna play I'm gonna play a track that I'm working on specifically because it sounds similar. It sounded similar at the time that I heard this one. I was like, wait a minute, I have a track that actually sounds like that. He hasn't heard mine, I haven't heard his. It's just odd that when two geniuses on each side of the United States, freaking Spiralist, where are you from actually? Come up with dope ideas, man. MC Astro, what's up, bro?
Yeah, on the other. Dude, he's on the other side. Way other side. Oh, that average dad. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, real quick. If you guys, I don't do the TikTok streaming yet. I don't know how to do it. I'm old. I got to figure that out. But the average dad, the average DNB dad, another super daddy, does a show. I think he plays like almost every day. I don't know. Every time I go on there, which I don't use TikTok as much as I maybe should, but plays really good sets, some neurofunk. Definitely check that out. It's dope. It's dope. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Hop in the Twitch, bro.
To travel.
This is Spiralist, a Painter's Code.
Let us forget.
Yo, shout out to Spiralist. I'm not going to play the whole thing because obviously it's in the whip, in the works, but that is fucking fire, bro. Fire track, man. Check out Spiralist out there. Doing the thing with that one. Mixdown, I don't know if you guys got any ideas or any feedback or anything else. I think it sounds good. Maybe the snare, the fundamental of the snare could come out a little bit more, like pierce through slightly more. But that's in the headphones, not in the studio, so I can't really be honest and tell you, you know. But yeah, it's dope. It doesn't sound. It's so funny because now that I heard this now, it doesn't actually sound like my track at all. Which is because I was thinking it kind of sounded like my main drop for this Noisia Imanu Shift bootleg I did. It doesn't sound like it at all, actually, but we'll just hear it. And this I have to fix because the mixdown, for some reason, I think the hats, I brought the hats in after the fact just to give it more life, and then it's not grouped in with the regular drum bus, and it's not being sidechained by the kick and snare. So it feels like it comes in slightly faster than the kick and snare, which causes the kick and snare to not have the punch that it should. But I'm going to listen to this now in headphones, so we will see. And I thought it sounded like this second part of the track, which is this part here, which I think sounds dope. Dude, I don't know if it's me, but I think it sounds pretty darn tootin'. Pretty darn tootin', if you know what I mean. I'm gonna share this to you guys now in the chat. If you want to grab it now, go right ahead. If I can figure out how do I share this in the, how do I share this in the chat in this thing? Stupid. Oh, actually, I just closed the doc. So let's go here. Let's go to chat. It doesn't load up the chat anyway. I might. Yeah, it doesn't. I'll figure it out. You know what I can do? Go to my Twitch, and I will share it to you guys now. I gotta figure all this out because I need like a moderator, right? Who is this, and what are they talking about? Channel. Talking about channel. Dude, I'm fucking retarded. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm retarded. All right, so that's in there, I think. You guys can copy and paste that. Just go ahead and download that thing. If you play it in your sets, let me know. If it sounds good in the bigger sound systems. You know what I mean? All right, let's go into the next one. We got one from Korax that he just sent through, so we'll hear that one. And then we're gonna hear one. We'll just go randomly. Dead Space. Oh, I remember this one. Is this new or is this like edit to that old track? I remember you had one called Dead Space, right? No. What are you using for your synths? Yeah, sounds good. Really good, bro. Really good. Yo, what's up, Max? Matters everywhere, bro. I got a question for you, bro. A live one here. Because I've heard a lot of your tracks. Are you using templates that you've created for yourself? I just say that because your drums sound, not that the sounds are similar in each track, but the quality of the mix down is similar in each track. Yeah, it's a dope track, dude. Shout out to them Texans out there. Them Texans. Did you guys get any snow over there in Texas? This is Knox called Bumpin'. Knox is out of Florida. Patrick Felony's a homie. He takes expensive bugs and he pins them to boards and frames them on the wall. It's kind of fucked up. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it's called. It's called like insectadermy or taxa. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Yeah.
It is cool though. I've seen some really cool things. Like they take beetles and they like add gears and shit to them. It's fucking awesome. I don't know if it's taxidermy, but yo, bro, where's a dude, Patrick? I gotta send you a message, bro. Not blessing the homie with a download button. Are you kidding me right now? That's fucking dope. Let's hear that shit again. Dude, I don't understand. Like, you said it right, bro. Every time Nox sends a tune, like they're really good. Like this fucking guy should be somewhere not stapling bugs to foam boards. But dude, like, good shit.
Sound bumping out the speakers. Yeah.
The mix sound is really good.
Yeah. It's that rude type sound bumping out the speakers. Bumping out the speakers.
Yeah. Dope track. Absolutely dope track from the one they call Nox, man. Hell yeah. Dude, that actually brings up, not that I think that he did, but it reminds me of a topic that I forgot who posted. Maybe it was Dorian. I don't know who it did. Who did. AI use. Obviously, using AI, maybe it was on Dan's, on Warlock Audio's thing where somebody sent him a track saying, hey, I used AI on this. So, how do you guys feel about, yeah, bro, fucking mixed, dude, fucking sick-ass track. How do you guys feel about, like, using AI for sample use versus using sample packs? It's a weird thing. So an interesting thing that just went down, I think Sony was able to sue Suno because of their AI platform. So they knowingly take, a shit ton of music, 10 million songs, to create a database where you can now go from their database and make this song sound like Noisia had an affair with Britney Spears, yet J-Lo was on the drums and Ben Affleck came in a Batman suit and was upset, like whatever, and it makes a fucking track. So yeah, it's tough because it's tough because it's like, all right, so if you're using AI to say, hey, make me a cinematic boom effect, right? not the same as saying, make me a bass line or make me a synth that's 16 bars and it emulates this person or this thing or in this key. You know, it's it's weird because it's like, so he said, so Quantum says here, let's see. So Kleptoman says AI is 50-50. I think sometimes it's nice to use AI for vocals as a preview and then hire a vocalist. So like on the real, you guys mentioned some good points, right? But do we hire vocalists? I don't, because it's expensive, and really I do it for the love of it, not because I'm generating income, right? If I was generating money off of this, yeah, I'd fucking take, because I got money to pay my bills. I told this to Jade. I'm like, dude, I wanna get good. You know, that's really what I want to do. I don't need this to pay the bills because I'm already paying my bills. I have a job, and you know, I've got a career that I'm focused on, and I just want to work and do my thing there. I do this because I absolutely love it. If I can use this to generate some income, and yeah, I take some of that income and I reinvest it into what I'm doing, buying VSTs like I have been doing, buying sample packs, and then investing in getting MCs into the studio, recording them, and all that stuff. But it's tough because we really don't make money off this. We do it all for the love of it. So can you afford to spend $50 an hour, $100 an hour, or $200 an hour, depending on the artist and all that, and what they want? It's tough. It's a weird dynamic to put yourself into. However, with that said, if you're using AI, I think if you're using AI to generate the full meat and the warmth and the love and the soul of a track, yeah, I don't agree with that. And yeah, so Spiraler says he makes a really good point. Like, I would still spend the money for samples. Yeah, dude. Yeah, because some of them are fucking good, dude. I like the Tantrum Desire pack that I got ages ago. Now it's on FO Cloud, part of their cloud service, which is cool. And I don't mind that other people actually have the same sounds. The problem I have is, like, sometimes, you know, the vocal sample packs are like a big deal. Like, I've heard a Make the Sound Go Whoa. Ziggy C has one, and a bunch of artists have that too, where they got the same sound. It's like, it's from a pack, you know, and it sucks because it's like you made a super famous, not a super famous, but a really good track that is well known, and then all of a sudden a lot of people have it. So, and I guess with AI you can alleviate that because it will generate something a little bit more unique versus sample packs. I don't know. Yeah, and Tunnel Vision by Jev, by It Is Jev, is like one of my favorite tracks. I play it all the time. Yeah, so AI does make pre-drop vocals unique. That's for sure. That's a key. So that, I guess that's where, like, can you get somebody to do it? Yeah. Would they charge you an arm and a leg? Yeah. You know, that's the thing where it's not as easily accessible to get vocal and those kind of drops. Can you use it for cinematic, you know, toms or cinematic reverse crescendo of some sort, right? Yeah, you can do that, but I just think we have to limit the amount of use, because you can't have a whole track generated by AI. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't work well with me. I wanted to talk about this track. So Blood Magic is, I think it's available now. If it is available now, it's on Stonks Music. I think it's freaking dope. We'll play this real quick and then hop into another whip. Dude, Stonks is like, he needs a self-release on Handsome, Neuropunk. I know he does his thing on his own label, but he's fucking killing it, bro. Dude, an absolute smasher. You need to grab that shit. He's got some... Look at this. It just sounds good. Stonks is back with a neuro metal anthem. You know what's interesting? So I make neuro, and some of it is like, you would think it's like rock influence because of like the grittiness of the bass sounds. I don't like it. I don't like anything other than drum and bass, really, and reggaeton and some like my culture's music, and then break beats and like electro funk and like all that shit for sure. But this stuff, bro, it hits me. Dude, absolute smasher. Shout out to Stonks, man. Ollie is a legend in the making for sure. I haven't even commented on this. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, bro. Shout out to Stonks. All right, let's hear this one. So this is from Soul Junk. I'm not sure if he's on. He said he was going to be on, but you can catch him on soundcloud.com/souljunk, and it's dance floor. It's brand spanking new. He said he just worked on it recently, just finished it today. He's got a little smile on, a little fluffy shirt on here. But he wanted some feedback on it as well. So if you guys got anything you want to say about the track, it's a dance floor track. He's on Manifest and a couple of others, and he's a really good producer, really good DJ. So check him out. I think Nashville, Tennessee, I think it said. Yeah, he's from Nashville, Tennessee, which is a dope fucking city. Yo, we should all go there and fucking play some drum and bass. Yeah, he did a collab with Icons, and he's doing his thing, man. Yo, Quality Science, what's up, bro? Dude, I think it's dope. The only thing, Soul Junk, I would change if it were me is just to make the drums, the kicking drums, a little bit more present and snappy. It's more like a clap than it is a snare. But yeah, it's a dope fucking track, man. And it's like, dude, like every freaking track he puts out is fun, man. Like, hear this one. And then
First strike.
fun one. It's fun. It's fun.
Just bought a Cadillac, took it to the top, got the damn top drop, 2-color flip flop, and the red lollipop. In the parking lot. I still got my Glock cop, new money, motherfucker. Don't you see the big lot? Don't you see the big tie? Don't you see the big grills? Wonder who they hating on lately, baby? This him.
So I can't really reference sub in these things, but yeah, you might be right. Where I think like I think it's key to make sure that you kick your snare, you're kicking your snare, and those fundamentals cannot clash with the sub and the bass. And like for a long time, I was never focusing on sub more than I was focusing on like those Reese lines. This is like way back when, maybe like 10 years ago. I really was just focusing on making sounds and putting them together. But some of the tracks were out of phase because I was just trying to make them wide. Some of the tracks were no sub because really I was focused on that, you know, plus 60, 70, 80 hertz range, where really you don't feel that range if you're in the club. You feel the ranges of like that, you know, that 80 and below. You feel the thump of a kick, but you really want to make sure that even your kick itself, if you're side chaining, you need to make sure that your kick has got sub in it, because I've got some tracks that I'm working on and I know for sure that the kick doesn't have the sub that it needs. And I'm trying to like work through it. It's like more like it's like a mental dilemma where I'm like, should I really like just focus on the mix down and just move on? This is like one of my biggest points in my production learning experience or journey or whatever. I move on, you know, like I got to work on a track and get it to where it's got to be, and I move on, because at some point I created the data in my brain, stored it in there so I can use that data for the next song. But there are times where I'm like, I know for a fact, like, dude, my kick is not hitting below 80 hertz. And so if I'm side chaining my kick into my bass, like you're supposed to, just to make the kick more present, when the kick hits, it's not dropping below 80 hertz or below 70 hertz. That's it. It's done. It goes, boom. And at that 70, 80, 90 hertz range is gone. So from 90 to 20 hertz, there's nothing going on at that point. So you got to make sure, if you're going to do that, that your kick needs to have some sub in it, because otherwise you get too much of a pumping effect in your track. And for the average listener, especially if you're in a club, you'll feel it like in your chest, that your chest will pump uncomfortably. So you want to be able to feel that sub boo, unless it's with like a sound where it's like boo, 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 but not that kick interrupting sub causing for that issue, right? Yeah, and if you make sure that your the kick really helps the impact of the drop too. Yeah, you got to make sure that your kick fucking punches through the fucking mix, but yeah, that you don't lose your sub in the mix. But man, shout out to Soul Junk. The only thing I would say is just your kick and snare. I would just make sure you bring those transients out. Maybe change the kick and snare so it's more present. Other than that, everything else is fucking golden. Good. All right, we got Type Cell, who just dropped a release with Drum Pusher. So we'll play one of their tracks randomly. Let's see this one. I like Type Cell's break beats, by the way. They're fucking sick. All right, here we go. It's a very unique computerized sound, right? Is just me? I think my boy Max is out there. So my boy Maximus, he's a b-boy that I grew up with Ruben Butthurt Bandito. And he always asks, he's like, what's neurofunk? And it's hard to say because neurofunk today is not what it was. But if you guys got any feedback from him on what neurofunk actually is, let him know. Molotov Bliss says it's all techno to me still. Oh man, it's so hilarious when somebody comes through and says, "Yo, Alex, I was listening to your kind of." I'm already starting to freaking slur my speech. I was listening to your kind of music the other day. You know, that techno stuff. I'm like, bro, I don't listen to techno. I don't. I like it. I mean, techno's cool, but I don't. You know, I fucking listen to drum and bass. It's not the same thing. But they all fucking say it. Yo, shout out to Electron C, one half of Eclipsed Shadows. He got this new one called Route 94, My Love Electron C remix. No download button. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Here it goes. I really like Electron C's vibe because I don't know, it's like there's something about his sound that just reminds me of like old school, yet he mixes it with new school and it sounds dope, man. I don't know. Like it's dope. Like I can picture Electron C making like music back in 95, but he's making not even 95 music now. It just sounds, I don't know, it just sounds good. I was actually talking to Justin about it the other day. I was like, bro, he's good, man. Where's Justin, by the way? Quasi Science, where you at, bro? Are you awake or you asleep or what? Dude, that's amazing. Amazing. Dude, this is so like I had to mention this to David Saturn. So he said, can I send a track that's not neurofunk? Bro, Let Me DNB is not about neurofunk. It's about drum and bass. I just happen to make neurofunk. That's really what I make. I don't make much of anything else. Send whatever D&B is good. I mean, if you're gonna send me 10 minutes of a kick and a snare, bro, do not send that fucking shit. But if you're gonna send me a whip, send me a whip, man. I want to hear it. I want to give you feedback so you can learn, you can get better. We got great producers on here. We have great ideas out here. We have great, like I can tell you, I'm not like, there's like, all right, let's say audio's like up here, and maybe, like diode is like right here, like where you guys are speaking. I'm not at the upper echelon, but dude, we know what can get you there. And really, it's really about your technique. The rest of it is just your musicality, your skills, your fucking schwa de vey, If you got your little schwa de vey on, fucking you're good. Just fucking send some drum and bass. We'll talk about it. We'll give you some feedback on what you should do to make it sound good. And then the rest of it's up to you. Let Me DNB is about all kinds of drum and bass. And this is fucking good. Dude, amazing track. Electron C, I need to download, like, bro. Amazing. All right, guys. Wait a minute. And then stupid thing. Dude, I want some hot pot. Amazing freaking track, bro. Hell yeah. Shout out to Electron C. You can grab him. You can grab his stuff on SoundCloud.com/ElectronCDJ. Let's see what else we got. We got more Type Cell stuff on the Drum Pusher. So let's hear this one. I didn't hear this yet. So we'll hear this Neuroscientist Static Signal.
Who's the ghost in this
Yo, this is like the kind of stuff where I would say this is more like neuro, deep. Bump, bump, bump. Ooh. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it's like an old school redo tune. I like the arrangement too, it's good. Dude, I like that shit a lot. Shout out to neuroscientists. Static signal on the drum pusher. That's fucking dope. Dope stuff, man. Your Soul Junk. We got Quantum in the house here. Quantum is up late over in England. He talks to it like this, doesn't it? Fucking, do you guys hate that shit when we do that? He talks a little like this, doesn't it? Fucking asshole Americans with their fucking mocking my language. Quasi Science, what's up, bro? Yeah. Absolutely sick freaking track, bro. Sick freaking track. I can hear something now. Something's off to this side on the left. That little bloom, bloom, bloom. Quantum didn't even reply to it. He's like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, so if you haven't touched this track in a bit, with this, like, so I've heard a lot of your songs, and if you haven't touched this track in a bit, you just got to mix it down with your current skills. Don't stem it out though. I would go back into the file as is if you can. And just rework like your mix down with your current techniques. Take everything off the chain and put the new stuff on there, because it's like you've got the skill to make it nice and crisp and clear. Obviously on this track, the mood is great. The vocal is dope. Just got to mix it down right. That's it. It's dope, bro. It's dope. I got this one here that I stemmed this out and I loaded up on Ableton, and it just didn't work. So I'm going to hear it now again. I gave it like 2 or 3 days. I want to hear it now in FL. And then if it doesn't work, I don't even know what I'm going to do with this track. But the idea is dope.
Check, so fucking what? Those are fucking what? Yeah, call the case and it what? My face punch a cut, my face bust fucking what? Yeah, my eyes are straight back, and the triple stacks, but so fucking what? So fucking what? Yeah, my eyes are straight back, straight back, straight back, straight though. Fucking what? Yeah, my eyes are straight back, straight back, straight back, straight though. Fucking what? Yeah, my eyes are straight back, straight back, straight back, straight back. Yeah, call the keys at a knife, got my waist at a knife, got my waist, but so fucking what?
All right, so like The problem I have with this track is that it's not loud enough, and I feel like the mid-range, like the mid-bass, is not hitting as well as it possibly should. I mean, all right, so like if you guys use Vision 4X, I use the master preset on there just to take a look and see what's going on. And it gives you like a decent range as far as where you need to be. I've put a bunch of current music, so maybe this was made a bit ago, but I put a bunch of current music, and this little phase is I guess it's different than it is now in current music. So what I look for is to make sure that my sub is actually hitting above this line, my kick and snare hitting above this line as well. Like I want them to hit like right at 0. Then the rest can kind of fall in line. But I think on this track, I'm noticing that the 400 to 80 hertz range are not really where they need to be. So if I'm going to look at this track very quickly now, if you guys give me any feedback whatsoever, I don't mind. But I want to take a look at the bass group and just make sure that it's, because I've also noticed that this is only hitting at like -4. So I don't have a lot going on my master. I've got a clipper, a bouncer to bring the volume back down. I've got an EQ to just control the mids and sides. And then I've got my Pro L2, which it's really not doing much. Like it's set to practically clipping and 0. It's not doing anything at all. It's just clipping. Actually, that makes a fucking huge difference. So I used to do this bell curve a lot and not really take into account what I wanted to do was really just control the whole frequency range. So now I just pretty much do a shelf on each end of the bell curve to give it some more oomph or some more control on the frequency spectrum itself. Yeah, so I have that little wow side chaining over the main bass, which is something you can do. I've been doing that as of late because I tend to layer a lot of different sounds a lot. And what I was doing in the past was just like layering it and then like fixing frequency ranges within the different layers. And it takes a long time. So now I have 2 different sounds and 2 different bass sounds actually. And I need to make sure that one of them is more prominent than the other. So I sidechain it, and that's what you see with this little dip here. All right, so I raised that a ton. That actually kind of helped. Maybe it created more mud, but I said mud butt. So what I'm doing here is I want to hear the delta of what I'm cutting out on the final limiter. And then I can
so fucking what?
So now the track went from like, what was it, minus like 4.8 or minus 5. Now it's currently at minus 4.1 in LUFS, so it sounds a little bit louder and maybe a little bit more meatier on the bass sound. turn your mixer channels down. So the reason why I don't turn my mixer channels down specifically is because I'm going to talk like this for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see? I don't turn my mixer channels down, see? You want to see my Tommy gun? Yeah, freaking, so turn my mixer channels so gains. So, dude, I pulled the compressor up, okay? So here's my problem. I can essentially do what you're trying to, what you're saying without affecting everything else. And that is, in effect, what I've done with this thing. So I brought my balance down on the overall track. So I got limiters on everything, but you don't have to. Like, I heard Urban Dub doesn't put limiters on his channels anymore. And technically you don't really have to nowadays, because you're working like in this 32-bit float space where really, you know, you can max these. I can max every one of these channels all the way up, and if I want to on the master bring them down, I can. It doesn't affect it. But I do have clippers going into in most things here. Let's see. So my drum has a clipper. My bass has a clip right there, and then I have a EQ, and then a bunch of like a bunch of saturate. I got M saturator on there. I've got another EQ. What the fuck is going on with this thing? And I've got my what am I doing here? Why is that? Hold the phone. I don't even have any side chaining on my bass. Oh no, you know what it is? I have the bass bus going into another bass bus, and then I have all this other shit in here too, and then my side chain. Okay, I'm good.
What? Bass bus, fucking what? Yeah, my eyes straight back out of the X bus, so fucking what? So fucking what? What bass bus? Fucking what? Yeah, my eyes straight back out of the X bus, so fucking what? What bass bus? Fucking what? Yeah, my eyes straight back out of the X bus, so fucking what? What bass bus? Fucking what? Yeah, my eyes straight back out of the X bus, so fucking what? What? Yeah, my eyes are straight back.
I don't know. Kleptoman says he barely uses limiters. What? Dude, you gotta use limiters. Like, what? I mean, you gotta, because like, dude, the Prodigy, my boy Max was telling me about when he saw him and when he saw them in Puerto Rico before they were banned. I missed it, bro. Missed it. If they were to come here, I'd be fucking down to go. It doesn't matter if I mean, it matters that homie's dead, but I still want to see them, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Korax, we got to talk offline here because I need to figure that out. So let's see if we got anything else. We heard this one from Quantum. We got here from Alex Officialis called Satya's Sigils. I hope he makes breaks, and I think he makes some dubstep, and he makes neural. So we'll hear this. Hopefully it is neurofunk. The Voss is out there. The Voss is out there. Dominique, how you doing, bro? Dude, Alex. Yeah, tell it does have that time warp feel with the like that. Wow. Dude. Yeah. That's it. That's a dope freaking track. Let me fucking download it here. Snare, a kick and snare. The snare's a little bit too wide for my taste. I like those like tight, punchy snares. Not nowadays, but it does sound like time warp a bit. Yeah. It's dope. It's dope. Let's see here. We heard Spiralist. We got one from Kleptoman. This one is Once Whip Whip Whip.
What they stole from us, we came to take it back. They're hiding singles, but we're running up the batch. Better lock it off or leave it on the latch. Going through the movements in my head, I'll run it back. Blood in the water as the bass runs. Back the beat, man, I'm holding up the bass drums. Heist mode, bringing in the big guns. Keep it clean, cause we only hit the place once. Blood in the water as the bass runs. Back the beat, man, I'm holding up.
Dude, I need this.
Heist mode, bringing in the big guns. Keep it clean, cause we only hit the place once.
Dude, make the download available, please.
Clean, cause we only hit the place once. Bringing in the big guns. Keep it clean, cause we only hit the place once.
Woo, if you can fit it, dude, I will open my set on Sunday night with this one. If you can send it to me ready to go. Just to open the set, I'll fucking go into something else, but that's fucking fire, bro. Shout out to Kleptoman, always with the heat. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. A little news here. Face, one of my favorite producers, is on submission. Now he's on submission agency. Hopefully he gets booked for US bookings, and we'll see him out here at some point. That'd be freaking awesome. Great, probably one of my favorite producers. The thing doesn't want to load, but probably one of my favorite producers that I don't even talk about. Because I'm always talking about E-Brand, I'm talking about Blackout, talking about this and that, talking about Paper Funk, talking about fucking Corax and Quasi Science and all that shit. But I don't talk about Face enough. I love the Face sound. It's one of my favorite fucking sounds in drum and bass, probably up there as far as like for me and like what I like the Caracal Project, I like Bunchen as well. I just don't play them because they're not like my normal style of drum and bass that I would normally play with my music, but I really like their sound, bro. Misanthrop just had a release too on Neo Signal that was fucking cool. But this one is from Interpoise. So Interpoise backup are the Russian homies. I think they're Russian. I'm sorry if you're not, but I did a remix for them way back when. I got a remix that I'm trying to get in the works for them. Now that I got the skills, I got to go back to it because it's been about a year and a half now. But this is their track Stabilizer. So these guys make like typically I haven't heard this yet, but typically they make like hard techno style stuff. Dude, the mix sounds good. You know, I will say that, like, for a crew that actually works on, they work in FL, the sound quality that they get, bro, is really damn good, man. I'm not sure what they do, but I mean, there's some other artists that work in FL, and you can kind of tell, like, I can tell when Bunchin makes a track or when Billin. And the music is really good. So it's not like that the music has a different, like, not as good of a quality as some other songs. Like, it's really good quality, and the music is, like, musicality is fucking awesome. But, like, Interpoise definitely does a really good job at within FL processing the tune so it sounds really good. They do. I don't know what they do, but they do a really good job. Tonto, what's up, bro? Yeah, so they do a really good job. Then, like, Smooth is another one who works in FL. I heard a recent remix he did, and you can kind of tell the FL-ish sound. But before that, maybe he had them mastered by somebody else. I'm really not sure, but I know that from what I remember, he does work in FL, and some of those songs are fucking nasty. Like, as far as the mix downs go, and like the punchiness, like all that stuff. But man, shout out to Interpoi, the Russian homies. Do we get any new tracks in there? I don't know. I guess not. I got we can if you guys can tell me what you think about this one. I gotta fix something in it, because I know I gotta fix it. The vocal in the intro sucks fucking hogwash. It's like crappy as fuck, but I think the drop works. This one's my track called Neolithic, unsigned. I've sent it to a couple labels and friends. If you don't have it, let me know. I'll send it to you. But here it goes.
There's a legend that precedes the dawn of our civilization. A vile god, Solar.
So that's the thing, where if Conquer Dawn was made in FL, I mean, Morning like was made in FL, the actual sound itself, like if you compare it to today, like the you know, I do this because I'm doing this like as if it's like it's got a grit. Like when you hear AI music, there's like a fucking something in the sound where just like it sounds off, right? Something. I don't know what the fuck it is. It sounds like it's dithering. Maybe too much. Maybe they're like, I don't know what the hell it is, but but like the sound of Conquer Dawn way back when, I mean, you can't really tell compared to today, but the fucking musicality of that track, that's like one of my favorite fucking tracks of all time. The musicality of it, it's simple, it's moody as fuck, the vocals are sick, it's got just a square for the fucking main lead. Man, that track is fucking sick. But nowadays, if you were to make that track using FL, yeah, it would have that same kind of feel, you know, where it's like you would kind of probably hear that little something that FL has. I don't know, that Ableton does not have. But this track is one that I made in Ableton, and I'm working on it. I gotta fix the vocals, but I gotta cut them out. But anyways, here it goes.
So powerful that it consumed entire planets as fuel. Few believed such a thing could be true, until the day we saw a unicorn with our own eyes.
Yeah, and then the second drop is like it's kind of the same idea.
Until the day we saw Unicron with our own eyes.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Then I got this one I made in Ableton. Yeah, that's good. And then I got this one here. This was a FL Studio track, but it's cool.
It sees and hears everything you do and say.
Time travel.
It's just so interesting to me because I can tell this, like, even in my own music where I'm generally making the music the same. So Insatiable and Neolithic are made the same way I would typically make music in FL Studio, but the sound is like, dude, like literally the same thing. So I got same shit going on, groups, same process of my chain, same VSTs, everything. But there's something to the fucking sound itself that dude, I'm doing the same thing. Like, but there's something to me that the sound itself has like something on it. And even I don't know, like I know you say I've heard that the algorithm that they use to produce the audio from the DAW is slightly different amongst DAWs. And then you have your sound card and all that shit too. But it is slightly different amongst DAWs, but I can hear it. I can hear it to an extent. I mean, there are producers where I've heard that they use FL Studio. And I'm like, dude, how the fuck did they get that sound? But it could be that there's a bunch of outboard stuff going on, etc., etc. But, dude, the UI, bro, I don't know what we'll go through the UI real quick. Hold on. So if I go through like, listen to a quick house song I made, right? Because this is a mess. The thing with FL is that it can be a fucking mess if you don't control it. Like I was watching some dude produce the other day, and yeah, the whole playlist is like, this is what you call the playlist. Is this window is this sequencer? Dude, it was filled up to fucking capacity, bro. Like, I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like, yeah, good luck exporting that if you need to for a stem master, or if you need to have it ready for a remix, bro. Good fucking luck. It's not gonna go down, because when you're exporting in FL, you can export by the tracks and by groups now from the playlist, and not just like, mute your channels and all that. So it can be done where if I got my pattern here, like I make a whole little like this thing, right? This is not drum and bass. I'm breaking my own rules, whatever. But if I want to take this and I go to my pattern, now I know you can't do this in Ableton. So I can split by channel, and now I've got different, I've got my different, my different channels here. And that's fucking clutch, dude. Cause if you want to like now, like I got that same thing here. Now I could take this thing off, or I could take this off. Yeah, you know, this was so you can do that kind of stuff. That's what's cool about it. But I think I prefer FL Studio's usability a little bit more because, I mean, not FL Studio, Ableton, because I don't use this sequencer anymore. It's just, I use it for the piano roll, and you can get that in your MIDI clips in Ableton. It's the same idea. So essentially it's the same thing. So I've been working in FL a lot as of the last few years, and I was able to transition even easier. Oh, let's just hear this real quick. This actually sounds kind of cool for like house. Whatever. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I've been working in FL for a long time, but my methods are easily they're easily translatable to Ableton because I use groups, and I use MIDI clips, and I use audio. It's the same idea. So if you're gonna like work with somebody, like say Protoss, we're gonna work on a track together, and if you download FL Studio, you'll be able to get through it because I work how Ableton works as far as like the format goes, and the playlist and the sequencer. I really work the same exact way. The only difference is, I mean, you got your playlist is kind of the same, and you organize it how you want. The difference would be in the actual here in the mixer. So the mixer is a little clunky compared to Ableton, which I guess it's not as clunky. So Ableton is more of a clunk, yet it's more of a controlled clunk. And then FL Studio is really just freeform. You got to make it into a clunk if you want to, but you don't have those groups and those features that you do. You kind of have to think of this as a you kind of have to think of this as like a real mixing track where you've got a mixer, and you can't group things in your mixer. It's just channels, and you feed it to the sound. But then you could route it however you want with your cables. You take your XLR, drop it over here. You drop it over there. You can do that. And yeah, dude. The boss says you can use any DAW if you know the signal flow and the basics. If you know how to use the DAW, like basically how you add a VST, how you add MIDI, how you add audio, and then if you know how to work with the mixer in the DAW and how to route stuff, you're good. You can work in literally any single DAW that there is out there. So I would implore anybody, I guess this is like for later, I can do a little clip. If you're planning to work on different DAWs, I would work the same exact way that you do in one DAW in the other. They all pretty much work the same exact way. There's different VSTs. There's different ways to load your samples. There's different keystrokes. That's fucking me up now. There's different keystrokes and different, hotkeys and shortcuts and all that shit. But however, the fundamental of you loading a beat into your track, a beat into your sequencer, and then having it go through your mixer and then going to your master is essentially the same idea. So whether you got Bitwig, Logic, FL Studio, Ableton, whatever you got, you're going to be able to actually, if you work in the way that most people work in Ableton, you'll be able to work in any single DAW. If you work like crazy people in FL Studio, like how I used to work, dude, it's not going to work. You cannot bring that same method of production over to any other DAW because it doesn't, no other DAW is set up the same exact way where like literally in my playlist editor, if I want, I could take this pattern and I can move it over here. I can fucking just move it randomly over here. It doesn't change where it goes through in the mixer. It doesn't change the audio. It doesn't, not like an FL, like an Ableton. If I take that and I move it to the next track down, it'll fuck up my sound. You fucking, then you'll be like, what the hell did I just do? Because you're taking the MIDI notes and you're putting it over to the next channel. Or if you're taking audio and you're moving it around, that's an issue. Now, in FL Studio, you can change these tracks to MIDI. So track mode can be unassigned, or it can be an audio track, or it can be an instrument track, which is a MIDI track. And then you can route your MIDI, your VST to your mixer. A little bit more work, but it can be done. DAWs don't make good music, bro. People like you, Protoss, make good music. That's for sure. But yeah, this is your boy, Super Daddy Diode. It's 10:48. It's late. I'm going to get some rest. Actually, I got to fold some clothes. I'm going to get some rest. I've got to, I'm probably not going to sleep because I got a lot going on. My personal life has changed a bunch. Made a decision that impacted me in my heart, but it's good. It's actually the right decision to make, and we will do our own things and whatever. I'll move on. But with that said, I still got a little bit of a glass of wine. I got to clean some stuff. And then over the next few days, I'll be working on tracks and getting my mix ready or my set ready for Zuzu in Boston. So I will be out there with Ryan Isley and Skullduck and Synesthesia. We'll be dropping some Neurofunk all night long live at Zuzu. And it's going to be a really good time. It's going to be a really good time. I'm going to be testing a bunch of my tracks. I just want to hear my music loud. For me, that's it, dude. Like nobody's going to play my songs except for me. Especially my whips. Like, who's going to play my whips? Me. So I'll play my whips and I'll play my songs that are already out and I will blast them and I will see how the whips sound on a rig and then make some mental notes and say, all right, I want to go back to my house and I'll fix this and I'll fix that and then chop that shit around. But yeah, I will raid Secret Structures right now, bro. Excuse me. Oh, wait, how do I raid from here? Now I gotta do something that I haven't done yet on the new. So I got this new setup I got from one. I got my Mac desktop here, my MacBook Pro here, feeding into the MacBook Pro. So I'm streaming through this, and I have a dock that I think I can use the chat in the dock. That one doesn't work. Check my Facebook messages. I don't know, Korak, it's not loading anything up. We're gonna Twitch and then we'll raid Homie. I do want to hear some stuff, so how do I channel? There we go. All right, my channel. There we go. All right, my channel. Here we go. I crack me up. So raid, right? Nope. It says I can't because the fuck is Secret Structures doing? Oh, I have a rating. Oh, right now. Here we go. Here we go. All right, this is your boy Super Daddy Diode. I'm out. I appreciate you guys. I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace. A little bit too much all wine there, huh? That guy.